Hi, sixth graders. This one's going to be a little bit of a mobile kind of a video. I'm holding my phone instead of having it propped up on something, but I wanted to deal with number 4. What did Anne conclude about her parents' marriage? And the reason I'm doing this one separately is because it's not really an our Maroon book. I did find the answer in our graphic novel, which it's a great resource for me because it has the diary date entries on it. So that helped me because I went back to the newer book that they've made, the definitive edition, where there's extra excerpts from her, there's commentary. So she does write about that in here. So we're going to actually read that section. You don't have this, just I do. You're welcome to read it as I'm reading it. So I'm going to try and not make you seasick as we do it together. So up here at the top it says, I have to admit I admire Mother for the way she assumed the role of his wife, and has never, as far as I know, complained or been jealous. It can't be easy for a loving wife to know she'll never be first in her husband's affections, and Mother did know that. Father certainly admired Mother's attitude and thought she had an excellent character. Why marry anyone else? So I'm going to jump down a little bit to the bottom, or the bottom of that paragraph. Father respects Mother and loves her, but not with the kind of love I envisioned for a marriage. Father accepts Mother as she is often annoyed, but says as little as possible because he knows the sacrifices Mother has had to make. So she doesn't have a very good estimation of her parents' marriage. They're happy enough, and her dad seems to have settled, in her opinion. The next paragraph is a little bit more telling. Father doesn't always ask her opinion about the business, about other matters, about people, about all kinds of things. He doesn't tell her everything because he knows she's far too emotional, far too critical, and often far too biased. Ooh, there's that. Bias is one of the synonyms we used for prejudiced. Ooh, look at that next sentence. Father's not in love. He kisses her the way, I'm sorry, it's focusing. At least I think it is. Well, I will go ahead and read it and you guys can look at this. Actually, let's see if it comes back into focus. It doesn't want to focus. Sorry about that, guys. That's what I get for moving it. So I'm going to hold it to the side and I'm going to show you guys the graphic novel. And I don't expect you to read all this. I mean, you can if you pause the video, and I'm not going to read it, but it says a lot of the same things. Let's see if I can find it here. He kisses her the way he kisses us. He never holds her up as an example because he can't. He looks at her teasingly, but never lovingly. It may be that Mother's greatest sacrifice has made her harsh and disagreeable towards those around her, but is guaranteed to take her even further from the path of love, to arouse less admiration, and one day Father is bound to realize that while on the outside she has never demanded his total love, on the inside she has slowly but surely been crumbling away. And this is kind of where we're going to get our answer. She loves him more than anyone, and it's hard to see this kind of love not being returned. So again, this is Anne's opinion, Anne's view of her parents' relationship, and kids are observant, but she feels that her mother loves Mrs. Frank loves Mr. Frank much more than he loves her, and he doesn't return that love. So we're going to write that down for our answer. And I really don't want to make it too wobbly. And we're on number 4. All right, so I don't want to shake it too much. I'm trying to flip over to the right page. So Mrs. Frank loves Mr. Frank more than he does. Okay, and if I can get my pencil and write that down. And hold my phone at the same time. Not the easiest. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera. I'm going to see. Hopefully that doesn't mess you guys up too much. Oh, that's so much easier. Okay. Let's see. So Mrs. Franck loves Mr. Frank or Franck more than he loves her. And I know she has a strong affection for her dad, and she puts her dad on a high pedestal, so I don't know if that's feeding into this or if she's accurate, if that was really a true portrayal of their marriage. So I'm going to stop that one, and then I'll start a new video where my camera is still. See you in a minute.